Good evening and a very warm welcome to the Claw Studio here at the Royal Opera House and to tonight's Insight, which is supported by Rolex. I'm Emma Southworth, I'm the creative producer for the Royal Ballet, and tonight we're going to be watching preparations for Pam Tanowitz's Evening of Work for the Royal Ballet, which opens on the 4th of February at the Linbury Theatre here at the Royal Opera House. In 2019, critically acclaimed choreographer Pam Tanowitz enthralled our audiences with Everyone Keeps Me. It was a new work made for 9 Royal Ballet dancers, and it was part of the Royal Ballet's contribution to the Merce Cunningham Centennial celebrations. The music was by Ted Hearn, and the lighting design was by Clifton Taylor. So now, building on that success, Pam returns to the Royal Ballet. With that work, Everyone Keeps Me, and with a world premiere set to Breathing Statues by Grammy-nominated composer Anna Klein. This programme, this evening of work, really showcases Tanowitz's unique modern sensibility, and I'm delighted that the new work has been supported by dance reflections by Van Cleef and Arpels. So this evening, we're going to have a chance to listen to Pam talk about the making of her work. We're going to watch a rehearsal from Everyone Keeps Me and a rehearsal of her new work with dancers from the Royal Ballet. To tell us about the first rehearsal for this evening, please give a very warm welcome to choreographer Pam Tanowitz. Pam, welcome back.
Thank you.
So you were actually here with us in the autumn again.
Yes.
Making a work, the Dispatches duet.
Yes.
With 2 of our principal dancers for our Diamond celebration, which was on the big stage. You're back. This is the 3rd piece you're going to make for us. What's it like when you're coming back and you're making a work for a company that you're getting to know more?
Well, that's the exciting part, I think, for me, because I was thinking about this and thinking about doing this. And I really think that having the opportunity to not just come and make a piece and leave, you know, like a job, to be able to come back over and over and get to know the dancers and have a real relationship. And then there's context for my work, and there's like a progression, you know? So for example, when I first came to make Everyone Keeps Me, Anna Rose O'Sullivan was in that, and then she was in Dispatch Duet. And so I got to grow with her, and she was a totally different dancer. And same with Hannah Grinnell. She actually was an understudy in Everyone Keeps Me. And then I fell in love with her and put her in the piece, and now she has a huge 5-minute solo for the next piece. So it's like I'm getting to know the dancers, I'm getting to know how to work in a different way. So it's really exciting.
Yeah, great. So for the first bit of this evening's event, we're going to watch a rehearsal. You're going to show us 2 solos. Do you want to just tell us a bit about each of those solos?
Sure.
Because one's from Everyone Keeps Me and one's from the new work.
Yes, one of each. So the first one is Hannah, like I talked about. We worked for a while on this. It's a pretty hefty solo, and I think that well, I'll save that for the discussion. Right. And that's one solo, and the other solo is from Everyone Keeps Me. And what's different about that is that was already choreographed, but it's a new dancer, so that's already new information. So I want that solo to breathe, you know, new life with a new dancer. So I'm not that interested in, you know, having Tasake do it exactly how Calvin did it necessarily. How is he going to interpret that role? You know, so that rehearsal is sort of different than making new steps, you know. So
yeah, brilliant. So to rehearse solos this evening, please now give a very warm welcome to Deirdre Chapman, who's a guest repetiteur here at the Royal Ballet, and to first artists of the Royal Ballet, Hannah Grinnell and Taisuke Nakao. So Deirdre, you were actually here in 2019, which seems like a very long time ago now, in the studio with Pam as you're making Everyone Keeps Me. But Pam's been here and then not here, and you've been setting the work on the new cast. So now that you know that work quite well, is that a very different experience?
Yes and no. When you're involved in the creation of the piece, you kind of learn the ballet as the dancers learn it. And Pam's work is so much about the relationships between the dancers. and especially Everyone Keeps Me is very kind of communal and interactive. So in restaging it, you have to look at it and find the underlying structure to it and teach the dancers the steps as a framework, but then it's been a process of kind of coaching them through finding their own relationships within it, which are not going to be the same as the original cast, because they're different people.
And Taisuke, so that, I mean, that's the work that's being taught to you now. What's the challenges for you as a dancer with this work and this way of moving?
And so, obviously, it's been created already, so it's challenging to not like do same dance as they did before, and like adding my taste as well into it. It's a bit of challenging, but it's been so much fun.
Yeah, and Hannah, you were obviously in Everyone Keeps Me. What's the process for you when you come back and you're working with a choreographer, but somebody you know, but you're still making new work?
I think, like Pam said, having already had a basis of a relationship that we explored 4 years ago now, so there's already that essence there and that foundation, and then we came and it was back to it, and it's just it's like any relationship. You explore each other more, you get to know your humors, your awkward tendencies, and it's just been so playful and so creative, and I think we've just really got to know each other not just as choreographer dancer but as humans. And it's really nice to bring that into the piece. I think you'll see when we do the solo, like I really think Pam's got me, which will explain a lot, maybe about me and about Pam when I do it. But I think there are so many things of me, not just me as a dancer, but me as a person. And we had so many conversations outside of the studio about it as well. So it's really nice to create something. Yeah.
That's brilliant. I think that's a really good moment to stop and look at the rehearsal. Taisuke, you're going to do this, the second rehearsal. We're going to start with Hannah solo, I think. Yeah, brilliant.
All right, so now we're doing a pretend, but real, pretend, fake, not fake rehearsal for you guys. Let's do, actually I have some notes from this afternoon that I was saving. So, can we go to this part where you open up? How does that start again? Yeah. Actually, do you drop your head on that? Do you want me to? No, there's another part that you drop your head on. Oh, that one. Yeah, that's before that. Yeah. I have one small note, which is actually make sure you attach your neck to yeah, that's good. Okay, so, but let's go back here. And let's go into that. I think it can be bigger, yes. And then bigger, yes. So it's not quite comfortable. Yeah, one more. I think it's good. It's really good. I think that when you go, what happens if you don't, when you do this, when you don't worry about your head? When you don't prepare your head, if you just do it directly, like just go and don't do anything here. Yeah, so you're keeping moving. Yeah. So you don't do that first. You know what I'm saying? You're going and then just go and go. Yeah. Good. So that. Oh, okay. So this this diagonal, where we do like the little petite stuff. I think it's like I think it should move more towards the diagonal. Yeah. So that first one, I think it should go out more instead of underneath you. So out, but still keep the diagonal. Yeah. So maybe where do you start that?
About center-ish.
I feel like maybe it should be a little off, because then you can travel more. Out and out. Yeah, so what about, I feel like maybe when you start it could step out a little bit more. Out, so it moves a little, so it's not so tight. Yeah, and then these could be like more tap and tap and tap. Yeah, more, yes. Good. Oh, can I see the Bournonville again? Can we hang in the air a little bit longer? Yes! Do you see that? It makes a huge difference. A little suspend, yeah. And then that means something. And then you hold, you know? Okay, good. Look at diagonal. Okay, good. So now I want to go all the way to the beginning. We're going to do something. So I'm going to experiment in the theater with Hannah's entrance. I don't know if I can do it yet, but she's going to walk down the aisle of the theater. So since we have an aisle here, we've never done it before. We're going to practice and see if we can do it. Can we do that with music, Deirdre?
Do you want me to start? When do you want me to start her?
Good question. I think let's start it at the same time. I think it should go music.
Hannah.
Do you feel like you'll get there in time? I feel like we've been leaving time, right? So let's do music, then enter, and we'll see what happens. Okay. We'll ask the audience what they think. Okay.
Here we go.
Okay, let's stop for a sec. So is that too much time? I mean, I don't know. Is that the right amount of time?
Yeah.
So I wonder how.
She always waits there.
Yeah, no, I know, but how long is the aisle in the? It'll longer
be bigger
than this. Yeah. So we could start you midway.
There is a secret door.
Well, we'll have to see. But anyway, what do you guys think?
We'll see on stage.
Well, you'll have to see the whole thing to see if you really like it. But that can work. Okay, so the other thing I wanted to try was, when you do these, the lunges, and I feel like you're cutting them a little short, Like that's great. Great. This part, out, yes, out, in. Well, that's good. I think you rush. I think you sometimes rush it. What comes right before that?
PKs.
Let's try that. Can we try that into that? Because I think there's something about
You have time.
how you get into it, you get worried or something. So let's try that from
From the
a
pot
little
boss.
bit. Yeah. Sounds good.
It's a couple seconds before.
Oh, you're putting the music on. Nice.
Well.
Great.
Here we go.
Thanks, Deirdre. Good. Yes. Okay, I think it's better. It's good. I mean, these are very picky things. I think that when you step out, I think there's something wrong with that. I wonder if, what if we make a bigger, instead of trying to act like, don't look at these steps, let's maybe make them more specific. Here, what if you just went, really just stepped and then stepped over? Yeah. I think, so then it's more, it has more intention there. And then, I actually think when you turn, can you go do that slower? So we can really see, maybe it's not that. Go back. Maybe do what you did, but stay in this position longer before you go out. Try that. Is that weird? Yeah, maybe that. Something like that, I think. I think, I mean, I don't feel like I have to micromanage each thing, but I guess what I'm trying to say is that all the steps in between the steps, like, matter. But see, I feel like you're overthinking that now. And now I feel like I ruined it. Oy. Now just don't think about it. Yes, that's better. Just like, yeah, right, exactly. Can I just also see, I feel like I don't know if you should look up. I feel like you should look out on that. Can you step out a little more? Like out, like, yes, yeah, 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 yeah. Good, yes, good. Yeah, that's good. All right, you want to see it? All right. We'll just do it. Do I have enough time for, okay. All right, let me get out of the way. We'll watch her go down the aisle, and then you guys can tell me what you think.
Here we go.
Good. Good, good, good. Well, more people. Sorry to do that to you. Sorry to do that. I thought you would go on forever. That's why. Great. That was great. Beautiful. Beautiful. No, that was good. That's good. Just so you guys know, when Hannah's doing this, it's like there's more people sort of come on. So her solo, like other things are happening loosely. Other dancers are coming on. But that was beautiful. I have a couple things. Do I have time? Or like, am I supposed to change? Okay, 2 minutes? Bigger, oh, okay. It was really good. I mean, these are no, it's good. So on these, you know, like, I feel like it could be like a little bigger, like, and maybe, yeah, and also, I mean, I sort of want it stiff and loose. Maybe that's what it is. Thanks, Deirdre. Yeah, that's it. So it's like, it's stiff, but there's also like a looseness to it. Yeah, that's already better. Yeah, yeah. And I think it doesn't have to be the same every time you do it. Yeah, I don't think it is either, but I just want to make sure you know, and like the directions can be different. So you're going on, you don't put your full foot down, right? Yep. Is that hard to do? Okay. That was good though, what you just did. So yeah, I think sort of playing with that more and loosening it up, don't you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then yeah. And then you,
and then really collapse.
Yes, yeah, there you go. Boom, and then so then you actually have stuff to do to come up. Yeah, great. That's great. Should we tell them a little secret about this? I think that'd be fun for them to know. Like, you know, because Hannah, so when Hannah was talking about like getting to know each other, and I'm obsessed with ballet, even though I'm not a ballet dancer. So obviously I always come to rehearsals with questions about steps and how you do things, and because I'm coming from the outside and I'm curious. So we were talking about, well, how did we get?
I was talking about contemporary at school.
Oh, I asked, because the first thing she does is sort of based off of like a baby ballet class or whatever, like how you learn how to turn, right? How you learn how to spot. So that's what that is. And doing it like my way, our way. And then so we started talking about that, and we had a conversation about when Hannah was in school, and you go ahead.
Our contemporary teacher would just, because obviously we were at the Royal Ballet school, upper school, and we would do contemporary, doing all this Graham and Cunningham technique, and then she would let us just hold a hamster.
Hold a hamster. She was like, hold a hamster, and I was like, oh my God, that has to be in your solo. So I guess that's an example of getting to know each other and like having those conversations about history and but it's funny, but what's serious and interesting to me about it is that when I work with dancers, like the history that they carry in their body, I mean, that's a collaboration, you know. A lot of times we talk about, we collaborate with composers and we collaborate with so-and-so and lighting design. But the real collaboration for me in the room is with the dancers, because I'm collaborating with, I didn't teach Hannah how to dance. I had nothing to do with her technique and she's coming to me with all this history in her body of ballet, of the Royal Ballet, of all her experiences. So that's what I'm working with, and it's like really exciting, so good. I think, are we done? Yeah. Next. You'll see Hannah. You'll see Hannah again soon. And so now we're going to, am I supposed to go right into this? Or do I, okay, sorry. Hi, how are you? So now we're going into this solo from Everyone Keeps Me. And I think we should just try it, and then I'll give notes, because I didn't see it today, so I have nothing to say right away. Oh, except let's just talk about the end a little bit. The balances. Let's just try that without music. Let's just go through it. So how do you get there? What's the last thing you do before you end up going this way? What do you do? Okay, steps. Oh, right, boom, boom. Okay, so do you see how you added that extra little thing in there? Just go direct. Oh, actually, I have a question, Deirdre, because you know this now better than me,
It's turn in, turn out.
No, I know, but I feel like you could give more time, give more time to that, because that will set you up and like feel solid there. So just go out. But is that the right way to do it?
It's a throw. You wanted him, yeah.
No, I know it's a throw. How do you do it where are your legs right before that? He's like this? He's like this. Okay.
Because he finishes the
Can you just do it slower for me so I can see what's going on? You go, So you go out, and out. Okay.
No, just in, out.
In, out. Okay. I don't know my own dance. Okay. That's why I have Deirdre. All right. So let's go a little slower so we can see that. Out. That's good. Just really try to be direct without, it's a throw, but without two stops. Just out. Yeah. That's much better. And now go from there. Try this instead of going up with your arm. Or you can go up with your arm, but have it not be the focus. Try to do it like the other side, the same pull. So it's not, yeah. Relax your eyebrows and your eyes. Yep. Just out, direct. Yep. Good. Like you're really, that's it. Like you're doing the thing with your body. You're not you're not commenting on the thing you're doing. You're just doing it, It's good. Okay, so let's try it again. Just this, and I'm not going to interrupt you. I'm just going to let you do it. Yes. Good. Keep going. Ba, ba, go faster. Da, dee, da, dee, da, da, dee, da, da. And then, Good. I think it could get faster. I think the slow.
Do another circle, I think, Taisuke.
There's another.
I think based on
maybe
when
that's
you're
what it
starting
is.
this,
I think this.
do another spiral before you stop it.
I think this could have more power, a little more power. Yeah. Yeah, yes, yeah. Maybe it's the accent. Yeah, that's good. We'll try it now. Try to, I feel a little drama in your face seeping in. But not for, that's good for other things, but not for this. Really, so do you know? Yeah. Okay, so I don't have to elaborate? Right, exactly. No, different dance, different dance. Okay, let's try it.
Okay.
You ready? Okay.
This is right on it, Taisuke.
Good. 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 Good, good, good. Beautiful. Beautiful. It was really good. I think he took all the corrections. What do you guys think? Yeah? I have two small things. Deirdre, what were you saying? You were saying
I have something for the bounce.
you have an idea for the
Yeah.
balance, eh?
Yeah.
Do you want to say it?
Yeah.
You can say it, and then I'll give my notes.
You turn out to start it.
Ah,
Shift your weight
that's what makes it.
and then change on the fall. And don't do that
Because then it'll give it more weight.
Yeah.
It gives it more
because we
Yeah.
get this just, so shift through your weight, because it doesn't matter how turned out it is. Yeah, maybe even slide
Yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah. But let's do, yeah, that's good. But let's lose that on the top. But yes, you're gonna be sick of me, but it's gonna look amazing. I have two things. One is when you go to the side in the beginning, I think it could have a little more timber feeling, fall, you know? Yeah. Yeah, gorgeous. Yeah, yes. And then, I can't read my handwriting. Because I don't like to look, because if I'm looking down writing, I'm not watching the dancing. So I write like this, and then I can't read what I'm saying. Arm, something with an arm. I don't know. All right. No, that was beautiful. I thought this was really nice.
Good.
I think you're oh, yes, yes. Thank you. The arm back is more throw than place. So it's like you, the idea is that your arms are going before your body. So it's like arms, assemblée, arm, like throw the arm. So it's like yes, and back, yeah, that's it. Good. You did great, thank you.
Thank you. That is all we've got time for that rehearsal. We're going to take a seat here. Do you want to get some water?
Yeah.
But I'd just like to say another thank you to the dancers, to Deirdre and Pam. That was really interesting and wonderful to watch. Thank you so much.
Hi.
Hi. I want to just sort of go back to your back a bit to your journey at the start with the Royal Ballet in 2019. So, as we were saying, we asked you to come and make a work for the Royal Ballet as part of the Cunningham Centennial celebrations. When you were asked to come make work for the Royal Ballet, where did you start? Because this was a company you didn't know. You'd made work for New York City Ballet, I think, before that. But this was, I think...
No, I did it after. I don't remember anything before the pandemic. I can't remember anything. But, I don't know, I have to check. But the question is...
The question, is where do you start when you're coming into sort of big ballet company?
Sure.
Where's your starting point?
Well, I was scared, but I think when Kevin called and asked me to do it, I think he set me up to succeed, like in a way that he gave me everything I needed. There was like a format, there was a framework. It was this Cunningham presentation, so there was a context. So I think that really helped with what I was going to make. And I think it just grows from there. But I think that, I start with music, or I start with an idea. There's no set format on how I start.
I mean, this is the setting that you can see. This is everyone keeps me on the Linbury stage.
It looks so pretty.
So with this work, you didn't know Faye Fullerton, who did the costumes. Yeah. You had Ted Hearn's work. It was a string quartet. And then you brought in Clifton, but you did know him.
Yeah, I knew Clifton. I didn't know Faye. But the other things, I get involved with I become obsessed with certain things. So for 3 years, I was obsessed with Joseph Alber's color, interaction of color. So I had a couple pieces where I used those colors. So that was part of this floor, that was the inspiration for the lighting designer, and the colors of the costumes that coordinated, that came from that research. It's things that I'm interested in at the moment, and then there's other things that I've been researching my whole career, which is deconstruction of ballet and traditional, so-called traditional modern, and how all those things fit together.
And when you're now coming back to this work
Yes.
for a second time, and you were talking a little bit before about you're not just putting it onto the next group of dancers, but because it was in 2019 and we have had the pandemic, are you looking at it afresh, and are you changing very much about it?
Well, I mean, not really. I mean, no, that's not true. I did change. The thing is, if I had more time, I would change more things, but I don't know if that would make it better.
Yeah.
Because I get bored, and so I have people around me that say, like, stop futzing around, because sometimes it's good to change stuff, and I think I did, like, I freshened up. The Hannah solo is now by another Hannah Park. So it is the Hannah solo. That's brilliant. But she's a different dancer, so I actually changed a bunch of stuff that would highlight her. So that's important to me, to be able to do that. But as far as big choreographic changes, I kept the integrity of this. If I had more time, I don't know.
And then you went on to make this Dispatches duet, which you made on two of our principals, on Anna Rose and O'Sullivan and William Bracewell for the main stage. But you chose again to work with Ted Hearn's music.
Yes.
Is that for familiarity or getting to know his music, or?
Well, I think I love, like, what Ted does. Oh, sorry. What Ted does in his music is something that I, like, really feel connected to, because it's similar to what I do in dance, which is, like, he takes different sort of found ideas or, like, conventions and sort of twists them. So he's doing the same thing in his music that I'm doing, or I hope that I'm doing in my choreography. So it's sort of like parallel play. And he's just really, but it's not only head, it's also very heart. Like, you want to, like, when you heard that music, you want to rip your heart out. It's gorgeous. So it's like, so there's the head and the heart happening all at once.
And just thinking about the movement, I've seen, like, when there were reviews that your movement or your work's called sort of postmodern. I think that's about something about deconstructing.
Yeah, I don't know what.
But in terms of your work, how much do you, it very much looks like your work. How much have you been influenced by, or do you feel a part of that Cunningham lineage, if at all?
I mean, I use the Cunningham technique the way I use ballet technique and other techniques that I feel like, you know, are a part of dance history, because history is really important to me. And when I make dances, I am always thinking about, what can I add? What can I add? I don't need to do this because somebody already does that and they do it really well. So why do you need me to do that? Why are you schlepping me all the way from New York to make something, you know, like, I want to do something different. So I forgot the question because I got it.
So just thinking about your influences.
Oh,
and,
yes, influences.
Yeah.
So I use, but I don't, and I also, you know, Cunningham had a huge imagination. So that's also inspiring, but I don't try to make dances like Cunningham.
And it's interesting now, actually, watching the rehearsals I was sat in this week for the new work, because there's almost more ballet in this one,
Oh, yeah.
I think, than...
It's very ballet.
I mean, you can see that it's a balletic piece, everyone keeps me.
Well, that's so nice.
But I think when a ballet audience or people who are used to watching ballet watch your work, there's sort of things like the line in there, you can see the steps.
Right. I love footwork, like petit allegro, and that's why also that's why I like Cunningham too, because he also, you know, a lot of modern dance doesn't use the fast footwork. It's about other things, you know. So that's where I connect to ballet, and I love the rhythms and the feet. Like, I could do like a whole dance just with feet and never moving anything else. I mean, I don't know.
That could be your next work.
I know, maybe, but the new piece is well, what was important to me, like when Kevin and I were talking about an evening of my work, it's also scary because you want to make sure the works are different enough, you know, and like even though so the first like point of reference was music and point shoes, because this is in flat shoes. So to me, the music is very different, and then the use of the point shoe already.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, without, and no deep, there's no deep concept. It's just like one piece is on flat and one is not. So it's going to be different.
And sort of thinking about that difference as well, there's something different, isn't there, about the different dancers that you're working with? What is it that when you're, discussing dancers with Kevin, what's the qualities that you're looking for in the dancers who you want to work with and create with?
Someone who wants to be there and who's, because I'm at the Royal Ballet, so everyone is amazing dancer. So it's really about someone who is present and wants to collaborate with me. And, I don't do things where I don't count in rehearsal. There's no counts. There's movement, and we listen to the music together, and we find landmarks. It's not improvised or anything like that. Like the steps are set, and there is real cues, but that happens in the room together with me. So I'm not telling people, and some dancers just they're not interested in moving the way I move. So I need someone who wants to be there and who wants to solve problems with me.
Yes, great.
Those are the things.
And are there things particularly about the Royal Ballet that maybe the way the dancers are used to working here, because they're working on a very broad repertoire.
Yeah.
Is there something that brings to your process? Is there something particular about being based at the Royal Ballet that's brought something to your work as well?
Oh, I think so. I think I make my best work in London. I think so. I don't know if it's something I can say this is this and this is why. I think it's this, again, going back to having the dancers that want to work with me, that are present and want to work. My rehearsals, I don't take myself, I'm serious about my work, but I don't take myself seriously. So, the environment isn't really important. I think that's how you get good dancing,
We're going to watch a bit of a rehearsal from your new work next. We've got a name for your new work.
Oh.
Do you want to tell people
It's called Secret Things.
That's a big announcement.
Yes. You heard it first.
Do you want to just talk a little bit about the collaborators you've chosen to work with for this piece? Because you're using a very beautiful string quartet by Anna Klein. You've got a different costume designer, Victoria Bartlett. Is that about you? What's they bringing to your process and to your, pulling the piece together, creating the piece with you?
Well, Anna Klein's music was already created. I think it was you and Kevin that maybe showed, did you introduce me to Anna? Yeah.
We'll give Kevin the credit for that one.
That's okay. And a lot of times I don't really listen to people who give me who are saying, listen to this. I'm always like, I'm not gonna like it, but I loved it. I thought it was beautiful, so that's a relief. And what I love, it's a beautiful string quartet, and it also it quotes the past. It's all these quotations from Beethoven's string quartets. I can't remember all the ones. I know one is Grosse Fugue, but there's a couple others she quotes, and they're very distinct melodies that when you hear them, you will be like, oh yes, I know that. And then they dissipate. And so then there's abstractness. So the idea of something identifiable and forced to meet with something abstract is what I feel like I'm doing in this piece. With what you just saw with Hannah, there's definitely identifiable, codified steps that you can register as, oh, yes, I know those. In conversation, share the space with, these more abstract, more open ideas. So bringing those together is it feels like what this piece is. I just thought of that right now. So
yeah, and I was just
I don't know what my pieces are when I make them.
No, I was just thinking actually when you were talking about the colours in this piece, because actually working with Victoria, a lot of the costume conversations you've had with Victoria have been around the colours.
Yes, and then I didn't talk. The other thing I want to say is that Anna Klein and Victoria Bartlett are from London, but they both live in New York. So I sort of liked that. I don't know why. It doesn't really mean anything, but I just liked it. And Victoria, I haven't worked with before. She's really interesting costume designer, and all the colors and styles she's come up with, totally nothing that I would ever think of on my own. But why would I? I'm not a costume designer. So I'm always looking for collaborators that will support the work and also bring their own voice to it. So you know, not in competition, but enhancing.
Great.
Yeah.
We've run out of time. I feel we've got
Really?
lots more to chat about, but we're going to have to move on to the next
Okay.
rehearsal. Thank you so much for taking the
Thanks,
time
Emma.
to
Yeah.
chatting. Please go and have another drink of water. Take a deep
good.
breath.
Yes. That's
so
my cue to leave. Good.
we are going to have our second rehearsal of the evening. This is from Pam's new work. So please give a warm welcome back to Deirdre Chapman and Hannah Grinnell. And now they're going to be joined by first artist of the Royal Ballet, Giacomo Rivero. Giacomo, we've heard Hannah talk quite a lot about how it is when you're having the work made on you, having new work made on you. How's the experience been for you so far, having work made on you by Pam?
It's been very interesting. I've loved this experience because I feel like it's taught me quite a lot about myself and the way I dance. Because obviously, when a new choreographer comes in and has a completely different idea of who you are as a dancer, they've not really seen you much move in anything else or in the classical stuff, so they kind of take your dancing and then kind of strip it down. That's kind of, I feel like, what Pam has done with me. It's taught me quite a lot, actually, about performance, and she was talking to me about seeing two different people, kind of the performing Giacomo and then the real calm, true dancer and person, and I feel like it's also helped me in a lot of other stuff as well. I've kind of tried to take that and use it with other things.
And Deirdre, I think your role in the studio is quite interesting, having been in the studio with Pam before and now again. But is there something of translating or enabling Pam to translate her movement into our dancers' bodies? Is that part of the support in the studio?
Yes. I think some of my role is facilitating everyone getting to know each other as well. But also, I have a fairly mixed background in that I've done an awful lot of contemporary work and classical work, so I can also help bridge vocabulary and how people explain things between maybe a more contemporary world and a more classical world. But I don't know, we've done a lot of laughing in the studio in the creation of this work, so I think it's been a good process.
Yeah, and Hannah, I'm sort of aware we're just finishing off Nutcracker. Sleeping Beauty opens on Monday. We've got Wolfworks rehearsals. When you come into a rehearsal like this and you're being asked to move in a totally different way, how do you sort of prepare your body and your head for doing that?
I think Pam allows us to have like a moment to connect in the studio, and she's really understanding, you know. I think it's an understanding on both parts. We want the best out of each other, and like Pam said, that's how you create good work, is a good environment. And we really have that. We get to laugh. I really agree with Pam. I was thinking about that last night. She doesn't take herself too seriously, but she takes her work seriously, and she allows us to do the same. So then it's just creating a good situation for a good outcome. So that's how I feel.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I spin that. I'm kidding.
That's great. Great. I think we'll get on with the rehearsal. Thank you very much. Take those from me.
Again. Okay, so this duet, I'll tell you, this duet was actually interesting because we took a phrase that was in the piece, like a main phrase, and we reversed it. And we did it really fast too, right? Anyway, so that's where, and this comes in sort of later in the work, like halfway through, or, yeah. There was where did I want to, can we go to where you put your hand on? Because I feel like I want to change the direction of you know how it's always, every time we do this, it's always this way, and I'm just not I'm wondering if we can I just see what you do normally? What if, can you repeat, I don't know, do I have time in the music to repeat? I don't know. I would love to rotate it can I try rotating it? Like, so no, so you do it this way, and then you regroup, and then you start doing it this, so we do, just repeat, I'm curious. Ba, da, 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 and go again. So you would have to move
this way?
around, I think the other way, wait. Just switch your
Both
arms.
have to rotate the
Switch.
same.
Like, go there.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
yes, yeah,
How
yeah.
do you know what I'm saying? It's in my head and I'm not saying anything. So you go here and then try to do it here. And then try to do it here. I just don't know. I just want to see. I don't know if I like it. Just keep just keep, do it. Don't revolve it while you do it. Just go boom, like spokes. Done. Like do it here and then repeat it here and then repeat it here. I don't think I'm gonna like that, but I just want to see it, to see. Can you do it again and faster and don't have a, look at me. Okay, go. Faster. What if we took out the stops in between? So you just start and just start. So what kind of footing do we have to figure out? Does that make sense?
Giacomo, can you shift the direction and go backwards on the ball change?
See, this is what I need, Deirdre.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's more interesting, but could we do it faster? Do you want to sit here? Okay, let's take a second to process. I'll talk to them. You go over it. Hi. And so sometimes dancers actually need a second without people on top of them, and they need to they get it in their heads, but they have to transfer it. So they need a second and I do allow that in my rehearsals, like a little process time. And here comes Deirdre.
You shift forward.
I didn't mean to cause all this. I just want to try a couple things.
Help
Yeah.
the rotation.
Because I'm really using this rehearsal.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was good. I don't know.
It's subtle, but I think it will help.
Sorry to spring this on you on live stream. Okay, so that was one thing. The other thing was, so what did we do right before that?
Turns.
Okay. All right, I'm not going to change anything else except, let's go to the beginning of this for a second, because I feel like, Giacomo, I want you to, you know how you do this on your own?
Yes.
I feel like it should be a turn. So what does that mean? Yeah. Yeah, I think that's good. But wait, go back to what you did before when you put your hand on the floor. I liked what was happened to you. You put your what happened to your leg? No, it's good. I think that's good. I think it's good because it's I like how it moves. I think we should just do this. Am I happy? I'm never happy. Okay. Oh, yes. That's the first time you do it?
No, it's the
Second.
last time.
Let me see. No, I think that I might have to, let's see. I think I like that. I didn't think I would. Make sure you keep looking at her. Because the second you left her, you started looking out here. Yeah, just keep looking. What else? Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Good. I had a question about the look that you do. Is that in the choreography or is that something?
Yes.
It is? Oh, okay. I don't know. I'm not sure if I like it. Maybe I'll ask you guys. Let's try this.
Okay.
Are you ready? Okay, because this is like a lot. This is like fast.
It's about 10 seconds in, so you've got to lead in.
That's okay, good. Yeah, I think it's better. Yeah. Yes, don't worry, you got it. Good. Good. That's okay, that was good. Pretty good, right? Just a couple little small things, but I just actually wanted to say something about the music and my relationship to the music to you guys, because I think it's important. So there's a lot of themes that come back, and sometimes I treat them the same way, and sometimes I don't. And so that's done on purpose. Or sometimes I'm a little bit against the music, like I was watching when they were doing all this fast stuff. It was sort of mirroring a little bit, but it was a little off, but then then it came, and then we were on the music. So like, I play with that, because that's what's interesting to me, to see if I can get the audience to hear music in a different way, and that can be brought out through dance. So that to me is really important, and like creating those tensions through the way the choreography and the structure and the steps and how it all unfolds. They all talk to each other, and that has a relationship to the music and so it's all coming from inside the dance, Anyway, so that being said, did you do the head? Yeah, I saw you. Do you like when she looks at him before she runs? You guys like it? All right. Okay, so we'll keep it in. All right, so a couple small things. So your arms, I feel like your hands go up a little, like your finger. It's very small, but So just, make sure, just, how he's talked about, knowing where the stopping point is. Just know where you're stopping your limbs, right? And then there was one, this is good. I think, can the turn be a little fat? Can it just be faster? Just get it done and then step and then you guys go together. Do you need space in between? What's going on?
I was too close. I was looking at her before I went for the second video.
I think it has to go turn and step and yeah. I don't think there's too much stopping. So turn and then step, much better. Yeah, keep going because I want to see one thing. Good. Okay, the path of the arm, you're doing two different things. So I don't know what's right.
Giacomo, you get it too far behind you.
But isn't it like the path of it also? Like, did you notice? I'm not sure where.
Cut open.
Cut front, yeah.
Cut front.
Whoosh.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah. There you go. Yep. Ba 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 ba. Try. Can I see you guys do that again? Oh, what is that a reversal of? Just so we can show them. Do you remember? Actually, one of my favorite things to do is look at one of my dances and not know how I made the thing, because then it means it's all camouflaged, and that's good.
Ballet kick.
It was a ballet.
Ballet into
I just thought it'd be interesting to show them, but if we can't remember, it's okay.
It's the.
Are we running out of time?
Ballet kick, brise, volley.
Oh, it's the main phrase.
That one's the main phrase.
Can someone mark that? Just mark it. No. Just a.
It's that ballet up.
Oh, okay, forget it. We can't show you. But you get the idea. We're like taking material and a lot of choreographers do that. It's not like that, different of an idea, but I think it's an interesting way to mine material and like have it all be related, and not feel like what is like a part of the language of the dance. So it's related but different, and and then it could take on a whole new life, which is what I want to happen. What was I going to say? I was going to say one more thing. I like this. What do you think, Deirdre? It's like it just like loosens it up and not like as tight.
And was it okay, the timing?
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean,
you caught up.
I think once you get used to it, it'll be fine. We could always shorten.
I don't think you'll need to.
Yeah.
You guys automatically.
I think this
pick
is
less
fine.
than the
This
dip.
is fine. Oh, I know what I wanted to do. This. And then into. Can you show me that for a second? That's fine. What's your back arm, Giacomo, doing? It should be a little more formed. No, I think it should be just a little, not stiff. Just formed. Yeah, there you go. Okay, and now okay, so that's good. So just very ever so slightly. There's a little like just do it on the legs. Ba 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 ba. Do you see how you're getting ready? Yeah. Let's get rid of that. Okay, I won't look. Yeah. But
It's a head. It's because Jack.
There's something going on with his arm.
On the cut, no. Hannah looks there and then away.
Okay.
And you're not changing your head.
See, I need Deirdre. It's good. That's it. Good. Good. Should we do it again? Let's do it again. Do you have time? Okay.
Just.
Breathe.
Here, you guys. Couple seconds before.
Good. Yep. And go. And go. Line up. Over. Good. Yes. So much better. That was so much better. That was really good. Yeah, really good.
That's it.
They made that work, right? They made that work. It was great.
Thank you so much.
Yay.
Thank you. That is all we've got time for this evening. Pam's new evening of work is on stage at the Linbury Theatre here at the Opera House from the 4th of February. So please do look at the Royal Opera House website for more information. So a big thank you to Pam Tanowitz for sharing her work and her process with us. Thank you to Deirdre and the dancers, Hannah, Taisuke and Giacomo. Thank you to Rolex for supporting the event and to our studio audience here in the Claw studio. And a big thank you to all of you who are watching our insights online across the world. Thank you and good night.